like they start talking about each other's mamas and stuff. Like, it just, I mean, I know that that's like natural school stuff, but
it's just natural arguing. Period. When you arguing with somebody, the
all
person who hits the belowest the belt wins,
yeah,
right? Or the person who hurts the person's feelings the worst wins.
Yeah.
So it's like all is fair and when you arguing, right?
No,
and that's a damn
not
problem.
Supposed to be like that. What about your human? Mm-hmm. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Call It Crazy. I am your girl, Renee Jordan.
And I'm your girl, Juju.
And today we getting into something else because we always get into something. What we getting into?
This one is a good one, though. I'm kind of excited about this one because I heard nobody really speak on this topic before.
It is from personal experience.
Like, for real, everything we talk about is personal experience. But this one, for real, like, our topic is behind the closed doors of a black household. Ooh. Cause you know that good old saying, what happens in this house stays in this house. What goes on in this house stays in this house.
And it really be like that. But it's like, okay, great. Now I know how to communicate as an adult.
I don't know how to communicate.
Handle conflict.
I don't know how to argue without being like a demon. I don't know how to like, it's a lot of stuff that goes into that. That's just like,
you're never taught, and then as you get older, you have to
unlearn it. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do in life as you grow is to unlearn.
You know what it is?
What?
Black people don't know how to be triggered. You're gonna get triggered.
They don't know how to be triggered and handle it in the proper way. Yeah, because we all know how to be triggered and we all know how to act off our triggers.
No. Yeah, you're going to be triggered. Yeah,
we don't know how to.
You don't know how to be triggered.
Yeah, we don't
like
know how to
I'm triggered, but
yeah.
Like, how am I gonna handle
it? And I'm one too, because I'm learning that. I'm currently learning that lesson. I don't know how to be triggered in like stand in the triggeredness. I don't know how to do that.
And then too, like, well, I feel like for me personally, I've learned in certain ways, like, but that's still not healthy either, because instead of like the rah-rah being triggered, I'm just gonna completely shut down.
And completely walk away. I'm triggered. Completely done.
Yeah, like, and I'm just over it and I'm done, and that's gonna be the end of that.
Yeah,
and it's
which
like,
isn't healthy.
Yeah,
either,
one isn't better than
ever gets resolved with either one of them. With the yelling and screaming, nothing gets resolved, and with the whole shutting down, because we act like men, and that's what men do. When men get frustrated, because one thing about it, two things for sure, like. I don't know if too many women are like that because we're a little more on the logical side.
Yeah,
we're a little different. That good old saying, I don't want to hear that shit. So the moment somebody start yelling at me, or the moment you start raising your voice, or I feel like you disrespected me, I'm shutting down. If I feel like any of that, like, I'm shutting down, I get, yep. Okay, you got it. You won, you got it. Very much so. Like, you're not getting all that out of me. Yeah, I'm sure they do. But it's like a defense mechanism. Not defense, but it's like that's
which one do you want? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, he not gonna respect you if you yelling and screaming," but then you're not listening to what I'm saying either way.
Right.
So what do you want me to do?
And I've learned that in the most recent days. I could say something just like this, but if you're not willing and receptive to what I'm saying,
if you're not ready to receive
it, it's still going over your head anyway. Mm-hmm. Which is probably how a lot of black kids feel. And I'm not saying black meaning just our race. Cause I don't know if other races go through the same things. I'm speaking of what we are. We are black.
We grew up in a black community.
We're black.
Black household.
Black household. Black. Yeah, we're black.
We light skinned, but we black. I'm more black than anything, baby.
They gonna say all light skinned people say
that. Okay.
I'm black. I'm not even mixed.
I'm mixed with black and black, baby.
Black and black. My mama black and my daddy black. We mixed with black and black. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. Like I said, I think that stems back to how the structure of black households are.
It's one way or the other. It's like everything gets swept under the rug, or they arguing all the time.
Because it's both.
I've seen both.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest pet peeves is like as I've gotten older is. If something happens, because stuff is going to happen, it's life.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't waking up acting like that shit never happened and then moving on forward. I'm not like that. Bothers me. I will sit there and stare. Don't you feel this tension with a knife?
Right.
So you mean to tell me
all that? You gotta talk.
You like all that shit just happened, and you mean to tell me we gonna act like it never happened?
Because it's easier.
Are you crazy?
It's easier to sweep it under the rug than to get it out. It's easier.
For them,
yeah,
I can't sit there like that. That tension be festered up right here.
Yeah,
it be festered up, and it.
But you can say though, it wasn't until recently where we just started speaking on those things.
Fact. You know? That's why I say I understand. Let me not say it like that. I understand both sides.
We've lived both ways.
Yeah, we lived it and it's like you just said. Like it wasn't until recently, like within the last year or so.
Better.
Yeah, I want better, and I want even with everything, like with friendships, like I said, platonic, non-platonic. Everything is going to be different because I want different. So I'm going to genuinely make the effort to do things differently. Meaning, like, all the shit that I learned growing up, I'm gonna try my best to unlearn it because I know better, so I'm gonna try to do better.
That's all adulthood is for real. Adulthood for real is unlearning then relearning. Especially in the Black community.
It's just sad because a lot of people let that hinder their whole life. A lot of people grow up with that "what was me" attitude, and that shit drives me up a wall too.
Your healing is your responsibility. What happened to you is not yours. But what you do with it is on you.
It's on you.
You cannot sit there and stay the same for your whole life and then wonder why things are staying the same. If you want different, you got to do different.
Especially when you hit a certain age. Like once you hit a certain age, it ain't cute no more. And it ain't nobody's fault but yours. Like let's be real. It ain't once you hit a certain age and it's looking like the end of your 20s and shit. It ain't nobody's fault no more but yours. If you haven't found what you need to find to get the help that you need, then nobody is gonna be able to help you. And it's sad.
To stay like that.
And it's sad because it's like I said, growing up in a Black household is not easy. It's not, you know. And that ain't. I'm just speaking for the ones. I think the majority of us, because the ones on the other side who had them great relationships with their Black parents is few and far between. That's a whole
another thing. Because like. That's probably.
And I don't even how you say good relationships. I think growing up, I think the relationships be good, but it's like
the love be missing.
Yeah. Well, because you know that good old saying is true though.
What?
Especially in a Black household. What is it? Mothers raise
their girls
and love their boys.
Yeah,
that's facts.
I agree.
Facts. Super facts. And I
feel raised
why.
Though. I feel raised.
But again, because I know how to do everything.
I feel raised.
I can conquer the world.
That is one thing I can't say though. I feel raised. I guess that's a blessing. Because a lot of these people out here ain't raised.
That's true.
They grew up, but they ain't raised. I can't say I feel raised.
I feel raised too. I think we know a lot, especially for, I feel raised.
And respectful as, like, you know, as a young woman. Like, I definitely.
I
feel raised.
I feel raised, but we want to talk about them other topics and shit that you got to learn how to feel everything in the back end. You got to learn how to feel. Yeah, we have to learn how to feel everything else in the back end because the feelings and shit wasn't really there.
Girl, I just figured out I had feelings like last year. No, I'm just playing.
No, you're not. I knew I had them. I just never knew what to do with them. I never knew how to place them. I never know because growing up in a Black household,
but they don't know it either. That's why we see what we see. We see a whole bunch of misplaced feelings.
On it. Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why we speak on it. And it's like I said, it's more sad than anything because all of our parents only do what they know. They only do what they know, and so you can't do better if you don't know no better. Right. However, but
till you cross these lines, baby. We ain't doing that.
And we ain't returning. We not doing. We gonna break to a lot of these generations.
Return to sender.
You be like, because it's like, to me, it didn't hit home for me till I had my own kid. And then it's like, now I realize it's like, however I raise this little girl is how she gonna be. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, like, how I raise her is how she's gonna be in the world.
And what she sees. And
she's, you know, they follow by it. It's crazy. It's like, even, like, we say they be arguing at school and stuff, like.
Oh, yeah. Them little kids do be arguing. And they be yelling at the top of their lungs and just screaming. It was like one of them days.
They see that shit at home.
And, like, it was 3 of them. And I'm like, hey. Like, you really gotta, like, hey. You stop. Don't be calling her stupid. Like, you really gotta get in your bag, like your mama bag with them kids, because they really like. They don't. I guess it's not there at home.
But you know what's crazy though? Even with that, like even with how you discipline them in that is so important, which a lot of Black parents.
And I was trying not
stop
to
just beating on them damn kids.
That's not the answer.
That's not the answer. Stop just beating on them. Now I do think that they need whoopings. I'm a firm believer in a good pow pow. I'm a firm believer in that, but stop just whooping them. That's not the only answer.
Right.
That's not gonna then. Ooh, y'all don't want to really talk about it. That's why these little boys be growing up with all this anger and aggression in the damn world because all they were ever done was beaten. Instead of talk to and say, hey.
You can still whoop them, but talk to them.
I'm whooping your ass, but this is why.
Right.
I'm a firm believer in that. I'm whooping your ass. You're getting the whooping. But this is why. Like, I'm going to tell you why, and we're going to go for it, because I believe in discipline. We don't reward no bad behavior around here. We're not doing that. But it has to come with an explanation. People don't learn nothing.
Out of love.
Yes.
That's another thing. Stop whooping these kids because you're upset, because you're angry, you're pissed off for the day. Somebody made you mad, so now you're taking out all your anger,
stop making them go to bed
aggression.
Because you're mad. Stop making them.
And you're irritated with your kids. And don't get me wrong, kids are annoying.
Hell, my kid is annoying.
The kids are annoying.
They're annoying.
I get it, but it's just like you have to understand. You decided to have them kids, so
that's part of it. That just because mommy's having a stressed out day doesn't mean the kids should feel that. It just is what it is. It's like that's why both of them, the little girls and the little boys, they grow up with all this shit on the inside of them, and they don't, and then they go to school
out in ineffective,
yes, and then they go to in healthy ways, and that shit just goes up into adulthood, and now when you get in these relationships,
they carry it into relationships, they carry it into, then they start having kids, they start doing the same thing, and all you hear is yelling and screaming.
Pattern is just continuing. That is such an unhealthy thing, and I don't know if it's because we don't do the whole noise thing. Like we didn't people like I like loud music, but that's it. Nothing else around me better be loud. Turn that damn TV down. The kids turn all that shit down. I want loud music. That's it. I like my music as loud as it can be. Other than that,
I don't want to hear no yelling.
Cut the noise. My daughter, she know. We don't do. She's in a screaming phase. But still, it's like that's a very thing. Like no, and it's just sad because it's like you said, when they go to school, that's what they do. They think they gotta yell at the top of their lungs to be heard.
I've seen it with my own two eyes. So all the people that want to say no, that's just how that's their experience and that. No, I've seen that with my own two eyes.
We know. Come on, y'all know that's true.
Yeah, but you know when they get triggered, people don't like to admit the truth. The truth goes away when you're triggered.
F y'all's triggers, because this cycle keeps continuing. This is why it's like this. And that's sad because you don't have to yell at the top of your lungs to be heard. You don't. And unfortunately that's what they see in their homes. Mm-hmm. So it's like
that's their effective way of communicating.
Yeah, that's how they think. That's what they think works. It's learned behavior.
Yeah.
So it's like I get
you're a kid. How else did you learn that?
Right. Well, of course. Like, I get it, but this is why niggas is speaking on it, because it's like everything starts at home. Everything.
Wait, but what do you think about when people say, "Well, they're just coddling their children"? Everybody knows their parents argue.
Your kids should be
stay in a child's place. Keep your children. Keep your children in children's places.
That is absolutely true. And kids are not. They're innocent, but they're not dumb.
Right.
Kids are innocent, they're not dumb. Right. However, they should never know the intricate details of whatever's going on between the adults. Period. They of course kids are gonna sense stuff, they're gonna pick up on stuff, and whatever's happening is happening or whatever in the household.
And still talk to them about it.
Yeah.
If they see y'all argue, they just happen to see you argue, it's life.
Mommy and daddy or mommy and whoever are going through whatever right now, but don't, you know what I mean? Where it's okay, stuff happens, we're adults are this communication. Right. Communicate with them. Explain to them, so it's not like now I'm going to school yelling at my friends.
And then when they get in the real world and they see people arguing, they're like, okay, somebody's just upset
because
right now.
Arguing is normal. Yeah. Arguing is normal, and that's the thing I had to learn too. Like arguing,
and it's better normal. To argue. I think it's better to argue than to not say anything at all. Because
I feel that way now, but that wasn't our always. No,
we're definitely shut down queens for sure.
Shut down queens for sure.
Walk away. Cut off. Yeah. Finito, you're done. Your ass is grass. You're out of there. Sorry. 3 strikes, you're out.
You're out. Not even 3, baby. It's a hard 2.
Depends on how bad you hurt me.
But see, that's the problem now. It's just like I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to unlearn this behavior. It's like it's really, really hard. It's like I grew up this way. I grew up being so and like.
Then when you unlearn it, the rest of the world
is still they. But wait a minute, that's a whole thing in itself. They have to know that they have to unlearn this. Mm-hmm. This behavior is not okay because they read all these goddamn memes. Oh, do them how they do y'all. Da, 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 da. No,
like, y'all never heard 2 wrongs don't make a right.
But that's a meme too. I ain't trying to make a right. I'm trying to make a motherfucker hurt or whatever the shit saying.
That's not cute.
This is what these people are living off of, and this is why everybody's so cold-hearted. And it's just like, bro, like,
just when it's my turn, you got your leak, but just know when it's my turn. No, you're hurting yourself.
And that's my thing. It's just like this generation has taken the love out of everything.
Yes,
and that's the problem. It's just like anybody that you care about, and I mean this: friendships, non-friendships, platonic, non-platonic, cousins, girlfriends, sisters, brothers, moms, dads, anybody that you care about, it should never. Figuring out how to not hurt them should be your first thought.
Right.
It shouldn't be oh, nah, so-and-so did this, so I'm about to and nah, it's okay. Nah, that's okay.
Everybody's out for personal gain.
Oh, I can't stand petty shit. I used to think that was so, like, I used to think being petty was so, like, a lick back.
Yeah.
I used to think, like, being petty was such a lick back. Like, that's okay. Because when it's my turn, I can do it better than you can.
Yep.
Oh, please believe that. Yeah. But now I'm just like,
no. That's people's real mindsets, though.
I know.
People really be thinking like that.
I know they do. And that's
like, oh, yeah, do you? Because when it's my turn to get my lick. And it's just like, you're not getting anywhere. Y'all going in circles.
And it's just like, realistically, when people do that, y'all really do care about each other. It's a whole,
it's
a little minor ass miscommunication that happened in there. And it's like, it could have been resolved off a simple conversation.
Yep.
Like most things can.
And I think, like, with this generation, too, it's just in general, I say in general with social media, with everything in families, we need to do a better job at covering each other.
Yes. All we do is fight each other.
Like, literally. In the
That's why our kids fight each other.
The moment somebody messes up, it's like, oh, did you hear what woo did? No. Maybe they were having a bad day that day. Or maybe they didn't understand that was wrong. So talk to them and, like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they did understand it's wrong. And how about people are entitled to make mistakes?
Right.
Shit happens. We're human.
Right.
People do stuff that they're not supposed to do all the time. But it's like, that doesn't mean that, like, there were ill intent, per se.
Right.
Necessarily. Some people.
To an extent. Yeah.
To an extent. Because some people are human. People do shit all the time, and they don't necessarily know that it's going to offend or hurt anybody. Right. That's not their intentions, but shit happens.
But also, too, with that, and it's just on both parties for both sides, when you do something to hurt somebody, even if it's not your intent, take accountability, apologize, change behavior, move forward. That's it.
That's it.
It's a formula.
That simple.
Take accountability, apologize, change the behavior, move forward.
It's that simple. Like, it's that simple. It's that simple.
It's really, and honestly, I'm talking about, I forgot about it.
You know, that's such a gem for men. Y'all ever want to hear a female, because technically once you do that, a female keep arguing. She can never
I'm sorry,
keep arguing about the same shit over and over and over again.
But it's the formula. Take accountability. Apologize. Change the behavior.
And move forward.
What I'm going to say.
Yeah. What can I say? No, not what I'm going to say. What can I say?
Right.
There's nothing I can say after you do those. What can I say?
That's it.
How can I keep, I'm like, well,
he did apologize. And
he ain't doing it no more.
He ain't doing it no more. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Ooh, that's a gem for y'all. If y'all ever want a female to just shush
and really completely be quiet and really be quiet,
that's how you do it.
Take accountability, apologize, and change your behavior. It's really that simple. It's that really simple. But I think they have to get to the accountability part first. You have to admit that you're wrong.
Oh, that's so hard for them. And then it's just like, well, I don't know.
They say women don't take accountability though. I take a lot of accountability.
Well, because we do.
We're self-aware.
Very a rare breed, right, of women. Because I take accountability. I take pride in taking accountability.
Me too. I do. Like, I take a lot of pride. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Because now what can you do?
For the same reason y'all look at it.
Because now what can you do? This you can't say shit else to me about this.
I said I was sorry. I didn't do it again. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're gonna talk about the bigger issue because you're still bad.
Right.
Or what?
Because you got your feelings hurt.
Yeah. But see,
they be mature.
Be mature
and move on.
But they could dish it, but they can't take it.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Like, they.
We know that.
We know that. Dish it, but they can't take it. You like, the moment I give you, like, not even 10% of what you give me, it's a problem. It's cool when they do it. It's problem. Shit. You're like, but that's not it. You like, don't make me. Well, no, you can't nobody make me be the old person I was. You couldn't. Nah, you couldn't take me back there. I don't operate in that space anymore. And I was. Right. That's why I know what it's like to be like that. Oh, I was petty as hell. I done some petty things. I done said some hurtful stuff. I done some things. Oh, yeah. So I understand that. That's why I'm not. But that's why I said you couldn't pay me to operate in that space anymore. I'm not doing that. You hurt my feelings. Okay. We're gonna either talk about it or we're not. Yeah. Either we're gonna talk about it and move forward or we're not, and I'm gonna move on. It's that simple. Like it's not a. There is no gray area with that shit. We're not going back and forth. It's not I don't know what we're doing right now. No.
Cancel that.
Clarity, baby. Right. What are we doing?
Right. That's the only way I think and move.
Literally.
Clarity.
But see, niggas don't like that either, though. They really don't. They truly don't like that. Wait a minute, you're making me decide what you want to do right now?
Yep. Or else. I don't have to be here. It's that simple. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. We don't have to do this. And if you want to, we gonna follow. We gonna act accordingly, or we don't have to do it.
We're both going to. I'm not about to be the only one.
Right.
Like, no. Either we're both going to equally, or we're not, and that's cool.
Right. Maturity has to be there.
Oh, it sucks when like maturity's only there on one end. It just really does. It sucks. It's such a ladder. You pull niggas up by their ears. For real.
But like, I don't know, because they say like with men it's like that they're slower than we are as women. But
I know, but like
I need you to work
how
with
slow,
me.
And it's like that's not fair.
No,
it's not fair at all. Like I have to be the one to like. It's hard being us, and the reason I say that is because it's like knowing all this, And it's like, I know exactly how to treat a man. I know exactly, and when I mean like, I know how to argue with a man. I know exactly how to. I know how to be.
Let's be real.
However,
I have a daddy and a grandpa. I know how to be submissive. Them folks tell me to do something. It ain't. And two, like the reason why that's so hard for a lot of women is because they're not used to being submissive to a man. Not gonna lie, when my daddy tells me to do something, to this day,
my grandpa too.
I'll probably be like, Daddy, but I'm gonna go do it.
Oh God.
I'll be like, Daddy, but I'm gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like that's how we were raised. I have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What it is. If my daddy go see me right now, I'd be like, where's your clothes at? Daddy.
Literally.
Daddy.
Still to this day, no matter where we go. Where you going?
Daddy.
That's exactly.
And that's all we do.
Daddy.
That's how it goes.
I'm not about to answer you.
But it goes into adult, right? It goes into adult because you're not gonna want to hear what I have to say, sweetheart. I'm going. Do you really want to know?
He's like, I'm about to go to the city. He already know. You like, don't say nothing else.
Do you really want to know? I mean, make sure. Yeah.
I'm going out about my business.
Right.
I'm going out about my business.
Look, do you really want to know, pops? I'm going. I'm going. Your girl's going.
Oh, we making that move.
Right? No, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. Like it, but when you grow up like that and you really have a father in your life, it's easy to be submissive to the right man.
Yeah.
Like I don't find that hard.
I
don't think it's hard.
I want to be submissive. I like that. I like it.
I don't. Especially when you, Grandpa, I need some
whatever.
Anything.
All right.
Yeah. So it's like I like hey. But
that's why I know, like, it's always gonna be for the right man because I'm a spoiled, very spoiled girl. Very spoiled girl.
Girl, I do whatever daddy say. If you daddy.
Oh yeah.
Not that girl. Come on now. You know what I mean?
I'm like yeah. That's sometimes you gotta put that Z. Because we call daddy.
Yeah, no, that's why.
Like, we are daddy, our dad.
I always said I would never call a man daddy because I can't ever call a man daddy because I call my daddy.
Like, we call my, even still daddy, 30 years old, my father is my daddy. That's my daddy.
Yeah, daddy.
That's daddy.
But, like, yeah, other daddies too.
If I lower my voice and say it, you know how I'm saying it.
Thank you, daddy.
Yeah, like that. Bitch is a whole daddy. That's how I'm calling my father.
Daddy. Daddy makes sense. Daddy. That's how we do it. Daddy makes sense.
Daddy. Because he always want to argue. That nigga always want to argue.
My daddy do like to argue. He's like, you like to argue.
Daddy, it's your face. You make the facial expression. Daddy.
What?
What? Because you be, here you go. We digress. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting man. If you follow us on Instagram, so you can see him. You might see him every day. He's hilarious.
People love when we post him. People love him. So that's my daddy. If y'all think that we're interesting characters, this is where we get it from, and we're more people oriented than he is.
Yeah,
so he's crazy.
And he don't care.
No, he don't.
He don't care. You be like, Daddy.
He be what? Weird. I give shit.
I don't give shit. That's his. I give shit.
I give shit. He sounds like Chris Tucker too. That's why we make his voice like that. I give shit. He sounds just like that. Anyway,
right.
We can talk about this man
all day long. He's a character. Yeah, we're not.
The fuck?
Right.
Bye, sir. Anyways, I don't even know.
I was saying being submissive because it's easier to be submissive to a man when you have a father. It is to me. That's the reason why I never like that whole like all this discussion about being submissive. I've never worried about that in my life. I know how to be submissive to.
I've never worried about that either, but I've never worried about a lot of those things that like a lot of people have troubles with. I've never worried about anything, even with being a single mom. Like I said, I've never worried about being a mom because I don't know. That's a whole nother thing in itself. How that ties into the black household is y'all niggas need to be in your households as well.
Right. Ooh.
Like for starters. That's how that ties into that. Y'all need to be there. These men need to be there.
And present,
yes,
like,
and not just
because you live in the house,
a lot of men feel like they're just babysitters, and that's so crazy because that's half of your damn child.
That's what scares me about having kids. Like, there's no way in hell, even with a partner, that I'm doing this by myself. Sorry.
Because being in the reality, I mean, you do have those super hands-on dads. They're rare.
But the mother obviously is more nurturing. We know that. But it's just like, even the hands-on daddies still be
considered babysitters.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But I guess, I don't know, hell. Be in your household, you still don't take care of damn kids. If you're out the household, you still don't take care of damn kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
But us black folk, we gotta do better. as a whole, as a whole, if we want to, especially with our people.
But we've seen, disclaimer, we've seen some really good daddy-daughter relationships.
Facts.
I love them. Yeah.
Yeah,
facts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, just thinking about him, yeah. Shout out to Kendall and Rod.
Rod and Kendall. I love y'all.
Yeah, I love y'all relationship. Like, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we know, obviously, there are daddies that are present. There are good daddies out there.
It's not an attack on the good daddies. Obviously, if the shoe don't fit, don't try to wear it. That's annoying.
Right. If it's not your size, don't put it on.
Stop trying to make it fit. You're going to get bunions. It's annoying, okay?
Not bunions.
Bunions. That's what you do when you try to fit shit that don't fit. It's too small.
Right.
Stop trying to force it.
Facts. If it ain't you, it ain't you.
Right.
But if you triggered again, that's on you.
It ain't nothing that said, again.
That ain't the truth.
That ain't the truth. So it just is what it is. I don't know if this video is all over the place because it's kind of giving that it's seamless, but I bet you, like always,
it's gonna come together.
Because it always does.
It always comes together.
And people, we need to hear this. Ain't nobody attacking the black people. Ain't nobody attacking the black households. Ain't nobody attacking black moms, black dads. None of that.
These are things that we're actually implementing in our life to make it better.
Don't be so sensitive. Don't be so annoying.
Or be open to it so that it's like, okay, maybe am I conscious of it? Because I know, like, when I be talking to people and, like, I'll share some of my experiences or what I feel, they be like, well, damn, does my kid feel like that? Or do I feel like that? So that's the whole point, to put the thought in there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even think how their kids feel. So it's like...
It's not a question.
It's not a question. It's not even a thought in their head.
But that's a whole other thing in itself because the black community is very much focused on surviving. They are not worried about what the kids think at home at all.
And stop having them.
Agreed.
But stop that shit. That's why it's all these people in the world, and I've seen it just recently. Like, it's so much people in the world. They be like, you are such a nice person under all that shit. You are you are such a great heart. You are such a just everything, but you walk around with all this fucking aggression.
It goes back to it.
Sorry, guys.
That's why we're supposed to lead with love. Every human being. So, what was our final thoughts?
Just doing better in the black household as a whole, in general, because nobody's attacking y'all. Nobody's saying.
These are things, like, again, we plan on doing better in the families we're creating.
I'm taking notes, like, I'm trying to, that's my goal, is to do things differently. I don't ever want my daughter to grow up feeling some of the things that I felt growing up, just period, because...
And that's not even a takeaway from our childhood to say that we had an absolutely horrible childhood.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm sure
there are things that we would have done differently.
Just like everybody. Sure. Like, everybody has things they wish their parents would have done differently. Or like, hey, okay, when I have kids, I'm going to do that differently. It's not a diss or dig at nobody. And people need to stop being so damn sensitive.
Right. That's the problem. You need to be open to constructive criticism.
That's why everybody is in the same place they were 5 years ago.
That part.
Literally. It's annoying as hell.
The most dangerous thing you can do is not grow.
It's be stagnant in life. Don't be stagnant, y'all. That's why we're calling everything crazy.
Because y'all call it crazy. We don't really call it crazy.
No, it's normal.
It's real life. But, you know.
But life also...
Y'all call it crazy.
People's lives also are a reflection of what they believe as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's always...
Your life is a reflection of who you are.
You ever want to look at something, just look at your life.
That is the quickest way for me to be like, I ain't even mad at you. You look at your life. Your life is a reflection of who you are. Period. Point blank. You reap what you sow. You sow a seed. The seed is going to do its thing regardless. Whether it's a good seed, bad seed, whatever you do.
You want it to or not. And that you know, I heard something the other day, because I never even heard like that. I heard a minister say, you don't know. Like, when they say what you reap, you gonna reap what you sow. Yeah, it hits you directly, but you don't even know how. Like, you don't know who or like what family member that it could affect, or how that affects your kids or whatever. That's when he dug deeper to me. I'm just like, oh, it's not just about me.
Yeah.
This ain't with the shit that I do. It's not just about me. It ain't just about. It's like, it can go deeper than that, and I genuinely don't want my kid or kids to have to go through anything that they don't have to. So I'm gonna try to be the best. Yes, I'm gonna try to do my best to be the best I can to do shit that is doing my part.
And a part of that is addressing the things that I don't want to necessarily address, but I have to make it better for my kids.
Facts.
You know, it ain't easy always talking about certain things or sharing certain things, but it's like, to make things better for the next generation, you have to. Somebody has to stay on the forefront.
And like I said, that was the whole point of this video in particular, because it's like, I've never heard anybody speak on the intricate details of a black household, and they kind of all operate the same way. It's like,
that's why, like, all these memes be funny, and we all be laughing like, did we all grow up together?
Yeah, we did. We all grew up
with these same crazy ass mentalities, and like it's like
that it has to be unlearned now, and it's sad because people do be product of their environments, but it's like that's not a hindrance. It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse, baby.
It's not an excuse.
If you want better, you gotta do better,
and it's that simple. It really is. But we're going to wrap the video up because I don't know how long it is and it probably feels like we're rambling now.
Right. And we thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And tell that friend to tell a friend.
Period. Run them numbers up.
Yep. That part. Thank y'all.
We out.